Welcome to Cars with Big Boy Trev Extra. My name is Big Boy Trev. It's all about the news and reviews from across the world. Now, Mitsubishi have just unveiled the next generation of the Triton pickup. Now, the Japanese car maker has just unveiled the all-new Mitsubishi Triton pickup, ready to face the big boys like the Toyota Hilux, the Ford Ranger, and the Isuzu D-Max. This brand new chassis has been designed exclusively by Mitsubishi for use within the Renault-Nissan-Mitsubishi alliance and forms the blueprint of the next generation Navara. Now let's talk about the design. Most notably, the front fascia is a product of the firm's dynamic shield concept. The front is characterized by L-shaped LED daytime running lights in tandem with 3-point headlights. In the center is a horizontally segmented grille curtailed by a bold silver skid plate, and the flank is dominated by large fenders housing the multi-spoke alloy wheels. Now, speaking of the interior has some significant changes, most notably introduction of a redesigned infotainment screen, while the rest of the cabin layout remains relatively the same as the previous generation. Leather can be found on the dashboard and on the door panels, accompanied by accent stitching, while the seats are mostly cloth with leather inserts with sides and the headrests. And let's speak about the performance. Powering the 6th generation Mitsubishi Triton is the newly developed 2.4-litre 4-cylinder diesel engine codenamed the 4N16, which is offered in 3 output configurations, namely the high output configuration that delivers 150 kilowatts and 470 newton meters at 1500 RPM. This configuration utilizes a new turbocharger and combustion system. This configuration receives an electric power steering. Now, the second derivative is the medium output configuration, limited to 135 kilowatts and 430 newton meters of torque, and features a variable geometry turbocharger. Now, for the low output configuration, it produces 110 kilowatts and 330 newton meters of torque and features a variable geometry turbocharger. The new Triton can be equipped with either 6-speed automatic transmission or 6-speed manual, which features a shift-by-wire system to reduce vibration from the engine. The bakkie remains the previous model's Super Select 4-wheel drive 2 and Easy Select 4-wheel drive systems, with the Super Select system featuring a center differential torque converting slip differential, which is configured by a 40-60 split. Let's talk about the suspension. Obviously, in terms of the suspension, the new Triton has and is equipped with a redesigned suspension system comprising of double wishbone structure on the front axles, while the rear axles feature a lighter leaf spring system coupled with thicker shock absorbers to provide much greater ride comfort. Additionally, the stroke of the mounting arm has been increased to 20 millimeters to refine its road holding and ride comfort. In terms of safety, accompanying the 4-wheel drive system is a newly adaptive active yaw control system purposed to improve cornering stability.
Now, this is the key to Great Wall Motors P-series commercial single cab pickup, and its price is starting from Kenya shillings 4.65. You reckon this is your next single cab? We take a look at the design of this particular vehicle by taking a look at the front profile, and what do you see? You see P-series. P-series, it means power class, which means power class in Chinese. So they've done a lot of design to show that this particular pickup, number one, has the looks, has the grunt, has the capacity to be your next single cab. Front profile, take a look at that. Number one, you have these triple zodiac headlamps with LEDs, so it illuminates the road properly as you traverse the beautiful county of Nairobi and Kenya, of course. And of course, you have this triple zodiac grille with this honeycomb design with the logo of the P-series right here, denoting stance as well. Then you have this clamshell bonnet as well. This design is fantastic because it's not just any other pickup. It's been designed to have aero efficiency, including the windscreen, which is erect to ensure that you slice through wind like a hot knife through butter. The analogies are just but insane. Color-coded bumpers come as standard as well. Then also you do have an option to fit LED fog lamps, which are very good. If you're in Limuru and there's a lot of fog, then this particular vehicle will be able to help you see very clearly through thick and thin. Ambulance do have this plastic cladding that runs across the lower lip of the bumper, denoting that this particular pickup has 4x4 credentials, can do a little bit of off-roading, so doesn't matter what surface it is. If you're in at the river, Rongai, or areas where the roads are not that good, then this pickup will survive and help you deliver last mile connectivity, delivering goods and services from point A to be. And of course, you do also have this other part. The front overhang allows this particular truck to actually go over boulders and roads and things like that quite easily without any stress. But the biggest question still remains, does the design also correspond on the side? Let's move to the side and have a look at the side profile of this P-series single cab commercial pickup. All right, let's move to the side profile. As you can see the subtle lines that actually grace the bonnet in the front bumper, also correspond to the front fender as well, giving this car a very smooth and edged out design all the way. And as you can see here, this particular vehicle is actually dressed in a 17-inch rim and of course aluminum alloy, and the tires are actually 245 by 70 by 17, giving you maximum ground clearance and of course ride comfort in any sort of situation. So very good tires for this particular Kenyan roads. Now as we move towards the passenger cell, this is where all the magic happens. This is where the driver and the assistant will spend most of their time. So it's very comfortable. I love the fact that the design makes this truck upright as well. Large windows to allow light to get in. And of course, you do have side repeater lamps as standard as well, as you can see here. And of course, in the higher spec option, you do also have a 360-degree camera to show you around what the vehicle is doing in any given form or surface. Then I love the fact that they've actually incorporated side steps. They're not aftermarket. This is proper side steps, which allows you to, get in and out of this particular pickup quite easily. And of course, as you move towards this particular panel, you do have this section where there's going to be some loading area. You can hide your extinguishers, your toolbox, whatever it is that's right here. And I love the subtleness of the handle. Well designed to ensure that you get in and out very easily. And of course, also it's stylish enough, just sort of pickup. It's actually a very, very modern pickup that actually fights the likes of the Toyota Hilux, the Isuzu D-Max, and the Nissan Navara. Now as we move towards the loading area, this particular pickup has the largest tray and loading area than any other pickup in its class. It can actually carry 1.2 tons quite easily because majority of single cabs are 1 ton. So that extra 200 kilograms will help you carry stuff. If you are a Mira person, if you like carrying Mira in Meru, this could be the one for you as well. Then of course, Crown Motors also include a load liner to ensure that it doesn't prevent water from seeping into the crevices on the loading area and prevents rust. So there's that as well. There's a roll bar as well, and of course tie down hooks to secure your cargo in case you're carrying stuff like potatoes, anything it is. And then you can actually customize this particular area. It's long enough. You can actually put tonneau cover and actually have a big carrier as well. If you're somebody who likes transporting frozen stuff, you can actually put freezer pack right here to ensure that you are able to traverse and take your goods and services from point A to B being fresh. Because remember, this particular pickup is all about last mile connectivity. Now, as you can see here on the lower part as well, you also have plenty of space. I love the fact that the ground clearance actually helps this particular pickup to navigate our very tricky roads. I mean, I've said guys from Rongai and Athi River and many other places would enjoy actually having this particular pickup because it won't be touching the surface. As well, you have tapered leaf springs, number one, to provide maximum support for that 1.2 tons that is legally required for this truck, and of course ride comfort as well. And of course, this is the only single cab with disc brakes at the back, so safety is critical in this P-series single cab pickup. Let's move to the back and have a look at the design language of this particular pickup. So you've seen from the walk around the design perspective of this Great Wall Motors P-series single cab. It's still got the looks, and of course we want to find out whether the looks also translate to the inside of this particular cabin. And we step inside and have a look at the quality and the finish of this P-series pickup, and I can tell you it's miles ahead of the competition. We start with the dashboard. Now this particular dashboard has the forward cab design that I keep on mentioning. So basically the engineers, they've actually pushed the dashboard forward to create an illusion of space. So the passenger and driver actually have a lot of space. Long gone are the days when you used to have bench seats, and of course it used to be a very tight packing inside the cabin of a single car, but now it's all about luxury. It's all about having an all-round pickup that can actually take you from point A to B in maximum comfort. I love the fact that it's got a 3-tire design to the top part as well. It's got this durable plastic because this is a commercial pickup. I mean, you can even clean very easily if there's dust or anything. And of course, you actually have a shelf where you can actually put your diary or your receipts, whatever it is. But the highlight of this particular dashboard is this center console. It's got this audio system. It's a monochrome display that actually houses quite a number of things. It's a simple radio, so it's got USB and Bluetooth connectivity so that whenever you're driving on the road, you don't take your hands off the steering wheel. And of course, the sound system is also very, very good. Let's take a listen. Some of my friends they've actually put very good mid-range speakers. They're actually 4 speakers so that you have maximum clarity and stereo sound as you traverse a beautiful country of Kenya. So if you love radio, you can tune into radio, or if you have music on your USB stick, you can plug it in as well, or stream music via Bluetooth. And of course, it's a very simple design. Actually allows you to enjoy long drives in this particular pickup as you deliver your goods to last mile connectivity. Right below the radio, you do also have a space where you can actually put your cell phone. I love the fact that the vents on this center console are vertical enough, and of course on the other side they're rectangular as well, so wafting out cool air. If you're in Limuru and you need temperature, then you can crank up the heat as well. If you're in Mombasa and need the cold air, the AC will crank out very ice cold air to ensure that you remain cool, calm and collected in the P-series single. So right below it, you do have the climate control system. Basically allows you to go to the various functions like I mentioned earlier: cold, hot. You're able to recirculate the air and also defrost the windscreen as well, making it very, very useful. And of course, I like the fact that they finished with black finish along this center console. Right below it, you have stability control, which is a first for pickups. So single cabs with stability control, you have that button as well. The volume button as well also allows you to, listen to music and adjust it quite easily. Now, right below it, you do also have a sector where you can actually put your cell phone. You do have a USB Type A charging port and a 12-volt socket to ensure that you can charge your device while on the go. We come to the gearbox console as well. As you can see, this is the millennial anti-theft device. It's called a manual gear shift. And of course, 6-speed manual allows you to explore the full potential of that 2-liter engine, and of course return your good fuel economy figure. Again, this is a 4x2 as well. 2 cup holders are standard as well. You have this handbrake, this manual handbrake as well, cladded in leather, and of course some chrome bits here and there. Then you have a center console to hide your valuables from prying eyes. So very practical, as you can see. I move to the most important part, which is the instrument binnacle. This is where all the magic happens. I can tell you the italics are very good, very visible. At first glance, you take a look at it, it's very easy. So on the left hand side, you do have a tachometer, and in between it you have a temperature gauge as well. On the right hand side, you have the speedometer with the fuel gauge, and in between you have a monochrome display that gives you the details like the range of fuel that's available, what door is open, service parks as well, charge, battery, etc. So the visibility of all the vital information is clear for the driver to see. I love the fact the steering is 4-spoke as well. On the left hand side, you have satellite buttons that allows you to control every single thing with this audio system. On the right hand side, everything to do with cruise control. Remember, this is the only pickup, single cab, that has cruise control as standard in this particular segment. And of course, you also have voice connectivity. You can actually pick up and answer calls via Bluetooth with these buttons on the left hand side. The logo emblazoned, of course, is the Great Wall Motors logo as well. So it is a very, very practical product. I can tell you the amount of space here is crazy. These particular seats have height and adjustable seating so that if you're 6'1" like myself, you're able to fit quite easily. And of course, I've actually pushed the seat backward, so it's very comfortable for me. And of course, you have tilt and telescopic steering wheel to ensure that you are able to adjust this particular steering based on your height and preferences. So you can drive this particular vehicle quite easily. So name of the game is space. Seats are supportive. Lumbar support is also good. You also have 4 airbags, the standard 2 on the front and passenger side. And of course, you have curtain airbags to ensure that your head and thorax are protected during a rollover. So that said, you've seen what it can do. Let's move to the back and have a look at the carrying capacity of this particular pickup. So we move to the backside of this particular P-series single cab pickup, and I can tell you this pickup means business. If you are a person looking to transport goods and services from point A to B at a cost-effective rate, then this particular P-series single cab is the one for you. So as you can see here, I do have this large, massive tailgate that when you open, reveals plenty of space. This particular tailgate can actually carry about 160 kilograms, and of course the carrying capacity 1.2 tons. There's plenty of tie-down hooks, as you can see here. There's even a 12-volt socket right here where you can actually decide to charge your devices on the go. So it's very practical, very useful, and as like I said earlier, you can customize this rear part for having a tonneau cover to hide your valuables from prying eyes. Then you can also have a solid cargo cover as well, and many other applications. So if you are somebody using the bakery business, or you're transporting warus and gunias like that, then this P-series perhaps should take a look and visit this particular guys. But it's time for us to get on the road and feel the power of this particular P-series pickup. 120 kilowatts, 420 newton meters of torque. That's a lot of power sent to the four wheels, courtesy of a 6-speed manual transmission. Let's go. So ladies and gentlemen, today on the Big Boy Trev, we are very privileged to be in the presence of this Great Wall Motors P-series single cab pickup. So if you're in the business of moving goods from point A to B, last mile connectivity, then you need to pay close attention. Perhaps this pickup would just make sense for your business and bottom line. So we start with the DNA. So what makes this particular pickup tick? Now, this particular pickup is actually powered by a 2-liter turbo diesel that produces 120 kilowatts and 405 newton meters of torque, which when you put your foot down, quite steady. I mean, the torque is delivered to the 4 wheels or 2 wheels, depending if it's 4x4 or 4x2, courtesy of a 6-speed manual transmission that allows you to explore the full potential of this particular engine, and of course, it turns you a fuel economy figure of roughly 9.14 liters per 100 kilometers, which is very, very good. I mean, that kind of efficiency allows you to go the extra mile. So if, for example, you are actually moving around town, then with a tank of capable of being 600 kilometers, then this pickup just makes sense because you'll do more trips and use less fuel for your business. Now let's talk about the Hardy chassis. Now the chassis is designed by Great Wall Motors, and like I mentioned earlier, Great Wall Motors have done quite a number of interesting vehicles. We've done the Tank 300, the Tank 500, which is coming to Kenya as well, and many others. So the chassis is a box-on ladder chassis that's hardened 33% stiffer than the regular or the competition, to show that number one, you're able to carry cargo quite easily. Number two, aids in the safety aspect of this particular pickup. So obviously up front you do have number one, wishbones as well. Double wishbones allows this particular vehicle to have very accurate steering feel, and at the back you have tapered leaf springs that allows you to carry 1.2 tons and of course give you good ride comfort in any surface. So if you're in Kitengela or Rongai or those areas where the roads are not good, then perhaps this vehicle will just make sense. It's going to be very, very comfortable delivering goods and services quite easily with this particular P-series pickup. Now, let's talk about safety. Like I mentioned earlier, the chassis plays a big role. So you have a mixture of active and passive safety features to ensure that you and your passenger remain safe. Long gone are the days when pickups were never recognized for their safety credentials, but this P-series single cab is changing the game. What do I mean? You have electronic stability control, which is the umbrella body that controls electronic brake force distribution, anti-lock braking system, and so much more to ensure that you can be able to get out of a sticky situation. But just in case all hell breaks loose, then you can rely on the 4 airbags that comes as standard. So 2 driver and passenger, and of course on the side to ensure that you don't get hurt during a rollover or side impact. And of course a 5-star rated passenger safety cell that dissipates impact energy far away from the cabin to the hardier parts to ensure that you remain safe while in the P-series single cab pickup. So I mean, the take home is it's safe, it's powerful enough, it's efficient and reliable, but the biggest question still remains, is this the right pickup for you? We go straight to our Kirinyaga Road analysis. We give you a lowdown perhaps why this could be your next pickup. Stay tuned. So that has been the review of this particular Great Wall Motors P-series commercial single cab pickup. What do I like about it? I like the styling. Number 2, I love the practicality. The space for the cabin is fantastic. Number 3, carrying capacity. This thing can carry up to 1.2 tons with ease. Number 4, the safety aspect. Of course, this brakes all around ABS. And number 5, the level of technology. But the biggest question still remains, would this offering sway you from the established brands like Isuzu, Toyota and Nissan? We take a look at this particular segment called the Nyaga Road Analysis. We start with the pricing. Now, this particular vehicle is sold and serviced by Crown Motors Group, and of course, it comes at a cost of Kenya shillings 4.65 VAT inclusive drive home, and comes with a 5-year or 50,000 kilometer warranty, whichever comes first. Plus, you can rely on Crown Motors' extensive network across the country to maintain this particular P-series, all the way from Mombasa, coast to coast, Kisumu, Eldoret, Kisii. They have places where you can actually service this and maintain this particular P-series pickup. And of course, they also throw in an additional 2-year or 50,000 kilometer service pack just for you to have peace of mind. But we know that this particular vehicle exists in a space where there's so much competition. Who are the key rivals in this particular segment? We start with the big dog, the Toyota Hilux single cab. You have the Nissan Navara single cab, the Isuzu D-Max single cab. You also have the Mitsubishi L200 single cab. You also have plenty of other Chinese products, including the Chang'an Hunter and of course the Tata Scorpio. So there are so many products that are in this particular category. But based on what you've seen, would you pick this over the rivals? Send us your thoughts as seen on the social media handles below. We'll get back to you with the feedback next week. We're sending out this Big Boy Trev on behalf of the production team and NTV. Drive safe and be safe.